Hello, and this is going to be a quick tutorial. I'm going to go through these with you in class, but this is so you can hit it later on. I've got contact information up here and when I'm available after school. This is the astronomy, this is the PAPB biology. Email address, definitely know that email address. I'm going to ask you to keep this in the front of your notebook so you can access this anytime you need. I have an introductory to students and parents saying how long I've been teaching, what degrees I have. Course description, talking about classwork, talking about homework and independent study for both classes, as well as what you require in terms of studying for astronomical principles or biological principles. We may have a dissection in biology, but that's going to be dependent on funding, and if we do, this will occur after the SOL in June. This section down here is instructional philosophy, where I'm actually asking you to become an active learner, to actually make your decisions and your life actually set up so that you can learn as much as you can. Required materials, I'm going to start checking for these in a couple weeks. Please make sure you get these. Big things are earbuds and headphones if you're going to be using the flipping videos in class, not homework. You definitely have to have these. Pens, pencils, 3-ring loose leaf binder, 12-inch ruler. I will have highlighters, colored pencils in class. You do have to have web access somewhere to access the flipping material, which I'll explain later on. And this is the first section that I'd like parents and students to initial, depending on the syllabi. You will need a binder. You will be taking notes at home. I will be checking these notes. You can rewrite them again, like in a Cornell or TU note style if you wish, but I'd really like you to make sure that you get them in your notebook. BYOD, bring your own device. Just say that. Bring your own device is not required, but may help you in class. If you abuse this, you're not using it, you're not asking me permission. If you're using it when you're not supposed to, you're using it in ways you're not supposed to, I may be forced to confiscate the device. And probably make that bold in there too. Confiscate this device, and I will be sending emails home or calling home. You may actually have apps on your phone, like Apple for Android apps, such as note cards or whatever that could help you. And if you can understand, the big thing is bring your own device is not required. It's a privilege. Please sign parent and student. Textbook's a little different because I don't have a textbook in astronomy. I don't know whether I'm going to be getting a new one or an old one. I do have a 2001 textbook that I may be forced to use because of funding. And then biology, we do have a Miller Levine, which I want to say is a 2009 book, so it's getting up there in age 2. We call it the Dragonfly book. I may have a class set of both. I'll definitely have access to the biology books, so I should have a class set if I'm motivated to get one. If you guys would like a home copy, please ask me, but make sure that you understand that if I give you one, you're responsible for it if you lose it. Expectations. These go through the expectations that I expect you to do and to show every single day. And if you understand those, I'm going to get a parent and student signature. Expectations and class rules. Going through both of these. I expect you to come to class every day and be prepared to learn, and that covers everything. I expect you to follow the handbook. I expect you to follow my 5 rules, which I will point out in my classroom. Basically, be on time, be ready to learn, and don't get in anybody's way of their learning. Consequences and discipline. You can see I can conference with you inside or outside of the classroom, in the classroom, sitting at your seat, or pull you out in the hallway. Assign you a new seat if I think necessary. I can call home or email home saying that there are issues, or I can write a referral to guidance or office. Students that do not follow instructions may follow this activity. Lab behavior, very important. If we're doing labs, I need you to listen to instructions. I need you to pay attention to what I ask you to do and when I ask you to do it. And if you do that, we'll have no problem. Missed work, you've got 2 days. Sounds like I got an email. Don't even have any idea who that is. Okay, Missed work. If you miss class because of an absence, and you're expected to turn in that work as you return. For labs and classwork and homework given the day you were absent, you do have 2 days to make up, to get to me to make up that schedule. Students are highly encouraged to complete any or all work that's assigned by the due date, regardless of advance absence, in order to prevent them from failing behind. Quizzes and tests given on the day of attendance. Students have 2 days from that day to actually come up and make up that assignment. Make-up quizzes and tests are subject to be alternate forms. Failure to make up missed work within a given time will result in a 0. Homework and classwork will be accepted up to. Homework and classwork will be accepted late up until the day of the unit test. So when we're in Unit 1, when we get done with the Unit 1 material, I'm not collecting anything left in Unit 1. If we're doing Unit 6, I will collect everything in Unit 6 till we get to the unit test for Unit 6. Homework and classwork turned in the same day or before 7:25 the following morning will receive a maximum of 87% of credit. If you don't have it the day I asked for it, if you can turn it in before school, the day, and I'll actually have a first period this year. I have not had first period. So if you can turn it by the time first period bell rings, I'll give you 87% credit. If it comes in the next day, it's going to be 75% credit. That's a 25% penalty by 7:25. And if it comes in after that, it's a 50% credit. And that works out for labs and projects too, although there's a little bit more leniency because those are worth more points. Parents and student signature. Grading scale, same thing as the county, 10-point scale. A's, B's, C's, D's. It even has where the pluses are, and anything below 70, 69 to 0, not passing, not meeting standards. And that's a good F, that's a bad F. Get these, if you're going to get an F, get 69s, get 65s, don't get 10s, don't get 3s, don't get 0s. They are both F's, but this F does not pull your grade down near as far. You can see the range. That's a 60, that's actually a 70-point drop percent. Midterm and final exams, there is no full midterm. More details will follow. We'll do what I call mini midterm in both classes. Each semester 50%, excuse me, each semester first and second are 45% for 90%. It's 4.5% per quarter. That's 90%. The final exam counts as the extra 10. And I'll have to find out if that's still true. I'm making this before school starts, so I'll find that out. Final exam will consist of multiple choice and written examinations that will go through June. That's only if you need to take these. If you're in this class, you don't have an SOL exemption, but if you're 11th and 12th grade, you get paid both semesters, you get out of it. So if you're in this class, you're probably a 9th grader, maybe a couple of 10th graders. You cannot get that exemption. The only way you can get it is the SOL exemption. Exam exemptions, students who pass the 2017 Virginia Biology SOL may be exempt, and students who receive an A average for each semester may be exempt. Internet presence, this is the link to our, this may actually be our class, although I don't know for sure. The exact link will be given to you later on, and the exact link for this class will be given. But the school's website, and again, I don't know what we're going to call this, the school's website is a direct link for our classroom. It is required for students to check the class regularly, especially if you're going to be absent. Next School Fusion. That site, unless not School Fusion, is updated regularly with reminders, announcements, assignments, study tips, extra credit occasionally, and much more. And then I would like you to check the calendar. I don't even know if it's going to have a calendar. It should. And then I hope I can make something called the CD folder, which is Course Documents folder for information. I do have a remind site, which I'm going to ask you guys all to get to become a member. I can send you weather announcements. I can send you other things. I also have a Facebook group. Let's see if I can actually pull up that Facebook group. This is this is the astronomy site. And if you take a look at it, I've already posted the total solar eclipse we're going to have this next summer, August 21st, so that's actually a year from today. This is August 21st also. I'm going to be located out here someplace where it's dry, no hurricanes, very little thunderstorms, but you can see the path is going to go right through here, and you can click this picture to gain more information, and you can see there are more things here. There aren't as many things in this section as there will be in my biology one. Let me show you the biology one. Here's the pre-AP biology one, and you can see I've got lots of things on there. That one actually is all over social media. Really cool cuddle fish. And baby pandas and sharks and fish and all kinds of living critters. There's a lot more stuff on this one because I was able to post all last year on this class. Okay, so we also have I have a Twitter site. This is my Twitter site. It's Brew Anther. And I will post weather information on here. Right now I'm actually posting some weather things. It's more of a winter thing, so I can't really invite you to my Facebook page where I post weather information. I will tell you if we actually do have snow in our forecast, but I can't invite you to my Facebook, so I can invite you to my Twitter account. So if you look up, be right there. Brew Anther. So if you open this up and click it, that one goes to it. That's that site. And then is there something else I want to show you? Here's the Remind 101. And if you take a look at it, I do have to create classes, so these classes aren't going to actually be there next year, although the periods are, especially the fourth period pre-AP, I'm going to have to come up with some different names like I did in the seventh. I didn't have a fourth last 2 years ago, so I could keep it. I did have a seventh period, so I had to change the name, but that'll be accessed by us as well. Parent Portal. If you actually access Parent Portal, you can check attendance for your kid. You can also see your grades if you want. And if you have any questions or comments, please email me. That's the fastest way. There's my email address again. There's the school phone number. That's not my class number. I have no idea what that is, but that'll get you into the class. Here's the syllabus. I do tell you right now that these probably will happen the way they are. These, I haven't taught this class since 2001, so these could change, they may disappear, they may get, more of them maybe get added, they may disappear and pop up someplace else. I will be talking about the flipped learning classroom, traditional classroom setup there, flipped learning. If you can't read these and you want to read them, what you can do is you can go like this, and there's a larger version of it. No SOL in this class. There is an SOL in this class. It'll happen early, mid-June, May 2017. There is a final exam in astronomy if you want to take it or you're not exempt. Same thing for biology, if you want or you're not exempt. And then all rules and consequences, if not followed, will cause consequences. Okay, could I get parents to sign this? And if they could actually write their name too, although this is for you, not me. And then if I can get you, students, to sign, that'll work. Okay, thanks. 14 and a half minutes. I think that's definitely long enough. Bye.